people have really been interested in how they can test some things in AI and how Provar utilizes AI internally. So on the first one, really, people are wanting to know with Agentforce and all these bots and chatbots that are being implemented, how can they validate these kinds of things and how can they better make sure that they're still ensuring quality while adopting all these new Salesforce applications and features. And I think a large part of that is really just figuring out what are you trying to accomplish with those and making sure that you're still ensuring quality in your orgs and checking for the right things, that the bots are performing the correct flows, that the correct output is being generated and that kind of thing. And then really on the second half of that, as far as Provar's AI features, we've been happy to show off some test generation features as well as test case generation. Some folks have been excited about that, utilizing Jira and seeing how user stories can become test cases.
A lot of people have been asking me about how they can improve their quality maturity. So a lot of customers have got business users who do their testing for them today, or QAs who only do manual testing. Is surprisingly common. So everyone's really interested to see how Provar can help to automate those processes and make it much simpler.
A few of them are using Selenium, and they were wondering, as they go into testing Salesforce, should they be using Selenium again? Are there any special things that happen when you try to test Salesforce? So it's been great to run them through all the different things and features that we have that are special for Salesforce.
I was just talking with someone earlier who was wanting to know how they could imitate different users so they could go through different flows under different scenarios. Because a lot of things in Salesforce are going to differ based on what your user you are logged in as. So being able to test specifically as those users really gives you a good representation of what they're seeing, their experience, and if the test is actually going to work from that user's point of view.
So the people who are doing manual testing, they are struggling with a lot of time and resource challenges there, because manual testing takes a lot of time. And in manual testing, they cannot cover like a lot of stuff. And people who are doing automation using some open source tool, or the tool which is not good at that level, they are facing maintenance problem, because the tools like Selenium is open source. Salesforce does releases in every 3 months or quarter, and then they have to update all the locators. So once project size will increase, like they have to all time work on the maintenance.
I think they really like how intuitive it is. They talk about, for example, you say, oh, is it as easy as just right-clicking and add to test case? And they are surprised about that. They also open their eyes when they see dashboards in Provar Manager. They realize that there's more to quality than just test automation, and they see how it integrates with Jira, all the different reports and dashboards, being able to see the video recordings coming from Provar Grid.
So we've been getting a lot of questions around kind of how do we go from manual testing to automated testing. A lot of people are utilizing internal resources to kind of test things in a more of an ad hoc way. And they're really looking for a better alternative, right? Because they're kind of finding those same things that we often see, like it's not very scalable, they're not really hitting all the right metrics, they end up having to deploy and not having tested all of their features and new enhancements and things like that. So it's interesting to have those discussions and kind of see where people's use cases are at and how Provar can fit those.